Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. So the money method grinding week is still going on. There's going to be 3 more videos including this one before we sort of like mix up the uploads again. I will carry on doing sort of tunes and money methods, but however it won't be sort of like an everyday thing. This was sort of a one-off special thing, and I do aim to do like more themed weeks, like around maybe certain, you know, car brands and such, maybe even other certain games. However, Gran Turismo 7 is always going to be the kind of main. So this is the final GT500 car, and it is the Nissan GTR Nismo GT500 from 2016, and it's going to be kind of weird seeing all these methods covered. Obviously I've reviewed all these cars, and now to cover them all in their money grinds is a bit weird. I will actually be doing a ranking guide for all the methods so you can see my personal favourite, but up today we're going to focus on this one here. When I put these liveries on, I forgot there was actually a different wing option for these, and it is Type A, so I'm so sorry if you haven't been able to get the downforce levels. It's because you need a different wing, so thank you to the people that pointed that out. Again, another pretty simple tune. You want the hard tyres, and then you want 50, 60, 5, 5, 30, 30, 40, 40, 4.0, 4.0, 2.5, 2.0, 0.10 outwards, and 0.20 inwards, 15, 50, and 40. Then you want 95 power restrictor, minus 49 ballast positioning, 25 ballast, 95 output adjustment, and then on the downforce you want 700 at the front, and at the rear with the spoiler it's 1150. None of the rest really needs changing. Just make sure you've got your anti-lag system onto strong, and all of this is just as normal. Feel free to pause at any moment. So the event we're going to be using, it's Sardinia again. This is the best place for these cars. They really sort of excel when it comes to, you know, grinding the credits, and it's the Sardinia road track in Europe. And obviously it's the World Touring Car 800 event. This is mainly for people that are pretty new to the game. So just a single method for this one. I found it the best way for me personally to basically get this car around the track as fast as possible. You want to set the car in power mix 1, so just leave it as it is, and basically power through the AI. Just a few general hints and tips. I say this every video, but I feel like it's pretty important to kind of, you know, highlight them. Make sure your AI is on easy, because you just want to get through them as quickly as possible. There's no point in sort of grinding credits, but making it a challenge for yourself, especially if you know, like me, and going through, you know, for all the cars. Obviously I want to in the end review all the cars, so I need as many credits as I can get. Another thing, when it comes to the clean race bonus, you will only lose it if you overtake under yellow flag conditions, so keep an eye out for that. I believe it's only been a couple of times in the 50 plus times I've ran Sardinia that I've ever seen a yellow flag out. The AI though can sometimes make mistakes and spin. If that happens and you know, overtake or gain a position, then obviously you're going to be hit with that clean race bonus pretty much disappearing on you. However, with the main 3 grinding events, it's very, very difficult to lose that bonus. It's almost pretty much impossible. However, it has happened to a few people that I can see sort of over time, and there used to be quite a bit of confusion around it. So yeah, just to clear that up, it is only under the yellow flag conditions that you will lose it currently, and the game is currently running on update 1.19. They haven't changed this in around about 4 months, and don't think they ever will really. As you can see, by the end of lap 1 we've made our way cleanly through the AI, and we're up to P6 with a 143.638 opening lap. I caught first place right at the beginning of lap 3, so this car's really starting to show some pace early on, and we're basically just going to go around the outside of him. He's going to pretty much close us in towards the gravel trap, but we're going to get around, and we're never going to have to look back. By lap 5 you're going to see he's going to pit in. I wouldn't worry too much about him. Fuel consumption's still pretty damn good in the car, so we've got a few laps remaining, and this is where already on lap 6 we're starting to lap the AI as well as the majority of the AI will pit in at this point. We've currently got our fastest lap of a 136.770. So again, the car showing some real pace. And as you can see, we've got 1.3 laps of fuel remaining. Now, I could pit in now, or maybe even risk doing just an extra lap at full sort of power, but I would recommend at that point to turn the engine mode to 6, just to ensure you get around without any sort of worries about fuel, or running out of fuel. If you do run out of fuel, you're going to be sort of plodding around it. I believe it's like 80 miles an hour at most, and you will absolutely get slaughtered by the AI, even on easy difficulty. So I would actually recommend just turning the engine down and just doing that extra lap. As you can see, cars are coming out the pits. Just be careful because they will basically go into the back of you. They are not afraid to act like you are not there. So we've stretched the fuel out to lap 7, and we are now going to box in and do our one and only stop of this race. Personally, I was a bit sick of doing 2 stoppers, so I thought I'd try and make it work on a 1 stopper where we can sort of mix up our strategies. I would not recommend changing tyres. This Nissan GTR is very, very good on its tyres, like the majority of the GT500 machines. We're obviously on hards, so we're just going to try and extend them to last the whole of the race. I do recommend just filling up to full. There's no other way you can do it really, so full tank of fuel and away you go. As you leave the pits, just be careful of cars, absolutely bombing down the straight. Just keep an eye on your track map or have a look behind you. Just make sure it's clear, because like I said, the AI are a little bit stupid, especially on the easy difficulties. We're going to sort of get caught in a bit of traffic here. We are still at fuel mix 1, so we are going around as fast as we can, and just sort of, trying to get cleanly through lap traffic. They can be a bit of a nightmare when they're in a bunch like this. The faster and cleaner you can get past them, the faster your overall time is going to be. That is basically the main worry at Sardinia, is traffic. It can be an absolute nightmare, and you can catch them at the most awkward of times. And it can be, really, ruin a run, as we've got another car coming out of the pits. So we're just kind of watching what he does as we go past. On lap 10, this is where I recommend a change of strategy. So if you want to do this on a 1 stop, I'd recommend around about lap 10, putting yourself back at fuel mix 6. We will change this up a little bit later on. This is so we can sort of extend this run. It is going to really nerf your straight line speed advantage, but don't overly worry about it. So we're now currently setting 143s to 142s, but on lap 14, so you've got 2 more laps to go, 14 and 15, I recommend boosting it back up to fuel mix 1 and sort of sprinting to the end, as we're going to round up the last few corners into the left-hander, and then we've got that fast swooping right-hander before we go across the line. We've got plenty of fuel left, over half a lap really, and we're going to finish up nice and cleanly in a very, very competitive time, and only on a 1-stop strategy. So we're going to take first place, obviously, so let's see how this car did overall. So overall, this car did it in 25 minutes 34 seconds 0.251, with a fastest lap set on lap 4 of a 136.770, a very competitive lap, nothing to sort of complain about there. And so we're within, like, what, 25 minutes, it's 727,500 credits in the bank. Fairly easy strategy, no weather to worry about. And we're also going to get a little 4-star roulette ticket for our daily marathon. So overall, that is the GT500 cars, all covered, all reviewed, all money methods done for them. And it's going to be kind of sad to see them go. I really do absolutely love these cars. If you remember my reviews on them, I was raving about them, and I really do hope we get more of these cars added, especially with the massive changes to this season when it comes to the Super GT Championship. I really do hope we start seeing some of those more modern 2022 models, as well as the new Z version, which obviously I'm running a livery from here on the GTR. So it's pretty easy money for all of these. I will be making a ranking video, so stay tuned for that one, because that one won't be far off. It'll probably be tomorrow morning. If this is on the Friday, it'll be up on the Saturday AM, as well as another money guide in the PM. So I'm just adding this in after originally editing the video. It's just a little bit of an end slide and giving a little bit more context to what I said at the beginning about themed weeks. Now, I actually want to get your recommendations for it. So if you'd like, say, something like a Ferrari themed week or Porsche themed week, or maybe you just want a week of, you know, pure car reviews or anything like that, because of the success I've had while doing this money method week, I really do want to kind of look into doing those. Maybe, you know, once every couple of months, maybe even monthly, we sort of have a themed week around the channel. That would be pretty cool, I think. And I just kind of want to, you know what you guys actually want from me. So just, you know, leave a little comment, tell me what you kind of want to see as a themed week, and I'll, you know, look into it and see when we can kind of do that. So thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you all later, guys. Peace.